trying to achieve or something.
Yeah.
Kinda. I'm still out here just trying to talk to homies and artists who I fuck with. But man, hey, what's up and welcome back to the Miseducation of Music. Speaking of artists who I like to talk to and people who I fuck with, we got Keeko, Kariya in the building, man. Fresh off a little project drop, man. You know we got to talk about that.
Sir.
On top of that, this is the first time we've seen each other in a minute.
long as time, bro.
When I tell you, we were recording music weekly, at least 2 days every single week for like 2 years.
2 years straight.
And it's like, man, it's so good to see you. It's so good to chop it up. Like, I'm down to catch up because this is going to be crazy. On top of that, you got new music coming out, which I found out, and this is a fun fact, if you've been watching The Miseducation for a minute, July 8th, 2019, you actually let me premiere Body of the Lane on the outro before it was called Lane, and now you on for an episode, and we're going to talk about how that track dropped, G. How have you been? What's going on? The new music? Let's talk, G.
Man, okay, let me start here. Thank you for having me, man.
Man, never
I'm
a
glad
problem,
to be back.
G.
Hey, y'all, what's up? But, man, how everything came to be with that project with Phil, too, like, you know, we was talking back and forth, me and you,
I was
and
like,
everybody involved, talking back and forth, which track should be which where.
it
what's
went
order.
around so many times.
Yeah, and then eventually Lane wasn't going to be on there, then Lane was.
And then the pandemic pushing everything back on top of that, because this music was like ready to go right before the pandemic.
Yeah, but you know what? I appreciate the time that it got, that it gave us, because it's like, okay, I want to do this differently. Okay, I want to do this differently. And then I think around the time we might have been ready to do it, we didn't think about Tired yet.
I'm going to be 100. Yeah, I was about to say, there's so many things, because the final mixes, and for those of you who don't know, I did like a decent amount of mixing on this project.
He really did.
But like,
he really did. Hey,
all of those last mixes were totally different than what 2019 sounded like. I'm mad grateful that we ended up.
Yeah, we took the time. We took the necessary time. And honestly, man, what's coming next is going to be even better. So,
man, look, before we talk about what's coming next, let's break down this Feel 2 EP. I'm going to put the whole cover on the screen so everybody can see it, man. Let's talk about this 5-piece you dropped for us.
Shout out Majin Booth, my boy.
Oh,
making
yeah,
that cover art.
That cover
he
is
always goes crazy. He made the first and the second, y'all.
Man, look, hey, that's dope. We're going to definitely get the Instagram handle for that on there. Now, let's talk about what this project is. Like, what was the purpose behind it? How did the timing end up working out for it? Like, did that change the meaning or anything?
Okay, so the first project, I might have been going through a lot.
I love the first Feel. I still listen on Audio Mac, man. Like, gee, I'm telling you.
The first Feel, I was going through a lot. And I had just transferred to Northern, so I was kind of feeling stuff out, and I had some stuff to get off my chest. So it was like, all right, let's make a little EP. Let's talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is more so like, I want you to feel this music. Like I want you to tee up. I want you to smoke if you gonna smoke, because people love Tired of me. Like I smoked it. Oh, this is my shit.
Man, do you know how proud that makes me? Just because of like and it's like not even the fact that people are saying they're like just smoking to it or anything. Just the fact they're like, yo, I caught a vibe to it.
Thank you.
Because that track, all vibes, man. I don't know how you, Adia, and Jesse, it's just a flow that is unmatched when you three touch a track together.
Shout out the game, man. Shout out Adia. Shout out Jesse 5K. Shout out Lux. Shout out Zach Nash. Shout out J-Treb.
There was so much going on that track, man. There were so many people involved in that. Now, like, with the feeling of the music, like, and Feel 2 being this EP, like, what was the feel, I guess? Like, what is this one about? So the first one was the transfer into Northern. The second one is right on the heels of, like, that just coming out the pandemic.
Yeah, just coming out the pandemic, and we still really in the pandemic, y'all.
Yes.
Like, just graduated type shit. And honestly, like,
congratulations.
Thank you. And like J-Treb said, y'all, like, some of that stuff is old, so it's kind of like it was time to get rid of it, but at the same time, I wanted everybody to feel it for the music and not what I was feeling at the time.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's different. It's different things. I want you to feel the music. It's different vibes. It's different things for different folk, whatever you like on there.
Yeah, so I was about to say it's 5 tracks, but they don't like all go together in this like linear manner so much as they all just have a different energy going on, from like the Splenda to the Tired to the Ladies to Lane. Like, oh man, I told you when that beat came through, I was this track is crazy. And just to hear it, like to just see it released, I'm like, the world needed that. That track is so crazy.
So how Lane came about, if I can remember, I think I seen Hayes post it one day. I think I don't know if he had just made it or if he made it and just decided to show it. I heard that shit and I said, bro, let me get that. I got you. I'm finna shoot this bitch to your email right now. I'm like,
man,
my nigga.
Shout out Hayes.
We literally, bro, that literally got wrote and recorded in the same day.
And that's what's so crazy about the fact that the final product is coming out in 2020. It's almost that behind the scenes of music. Back when I was a shorty, I never really got it. Like, now I get it.
Now I get it. Like, okay, it take time before you can really just like, let go of something.
Man, because like that track was really like, you wrote that in a day. And I think that track is so cold. Like, I'm talking start to finish, what you did with the chorus, the verse you had for it. Like, it was just so clean.
Gee, I can remember where I was when I was writing it. I was in a car with my homie Bree in front of Neptune, G. Neptune North.
Sitting in
Anybody
front of the
that don't go
dorms.
to NIU, that's one of the dorms. It's one of the boo-boo dorms too.
Sitting in front of the dorms over there in the tunes.
Just really like, damn. Okay, let me write this.
Man, that's so crazy because the energy on it is insane. You don't even think that that's just written in the car. I would have thought you was turning up while you was writing it. Because, I mean, when you was recording it, the energy that you came on that track with was so stupid because the beat is like, it's got this crazy guitar riff. I'm going to give a little clip of it on YouTube because that guitar riff is so crazy. And then the way you play with it with the now a nigga body.
Bro.
Man.
I don't know what was going through my head when I wrote it, but I was just like, I
got something to get off my chest.
I got something to say.
Man, that's straight ape shit. And like, dude, I just gotta applaud you for getting this project out. I love to see the rollout. I love to see when it just hit social media. It was just so cool to see that, and to have you on to talk about it is even doper. Now, aside from this new project, because you said there's more music on the way. You was talking to me a little bit about being in the studio and stuff. What's the new vibe? What's the energy you coming with on there?
Honestly, whatever beat I decide to grab, you know what? Let me not even say it depend on the beat, because it also depend on like the first feel, how I'm feeling. Like,
so there's no real direction for the project.
No
even
real
at this
direction
point.
for the project, and it might not even be a project right now. It might just be just singles.
I feel that.
I
feel that.
Something together.
I feel like people don't appreciate the singles as much as they should. Cause like I was when I did the sample breakdown for the Masego Navajo, I was like, Masego dropped so many singles to hone in on what he was trying to get together before the project. I was like, man, it's kind of like a lost form right here. Like, that's such a cool format, because sometimes it's like, these aren't projects, you know, these aren't like, they don't all go together, you know. And it's sometimes just like, got to get that off the chest, man.
Like, somebody got to hear it. Like, somebody got to hear it. Somebody going to like it. Somebody going to love it.
I 100% feel that. Now, a couple of these tracks were written pre-pandemic. Now, anything written in the pandemic, what was the process for it? What was your mental? What was the recording? How'd you go about working in this?
So I think Splenda was definitely, you know what, before we even get into that. So I was at the studio with J Noir, and when we laid down the new beat the new beat for Splenda, nigga, why didn't I understand why you named it Splenda?
You never got that?
I never understood it the first time.
For those of you who don't know, there's a track on Field called Splenda that I actually made it on an iPad, which is even more insane because I love iPads so much. But I made it on a plane, and it's called Splenda because it's a flip of sugar.
Like, bro, I was sitting there like this. I'm like, damn, this shit hard. And I was just like, that's me here. It's a flip of another song called Sugar. And I'm like,
I can't believe it.
Sugar.
That was the whole thing. Cause so when I heard Sugar for the first time, shout out Zach Vax. So he put me on, man. Like, and he was just like, yo, you gotta listen to this track by Brockhampton. And when I heard it, I was like, damn, but this ain't how the drums should be hitting. I just
So,
felt
like,
I felt them drums should have been doing so much more. And on what I did was the drums are going crazy. I got triplets,
man,
16th note.
he did his shit on that.
Bro, if you could have seen me, I made it on an airplane. If you could have seen me on this plane, I'm like smacking the shit out of my iPad. It's going up and down on this tray table because I was playing quick ass notes. I had to go back and quantize it all. And then all of it was just based around that sugar, like just track, because I love that track so much. Yeah. I can't believe you didn't catch that till then, G.
Bro, I'm mad I didn't. It wasn't like I was just smoking my brain away and didn't understand what the fuck I was meant. Like,
it never clicked.
It just never clicked. And you know how many times I've listened to Sugar since you told me?
I feel like with the separate drum pattern though, it changes the scope of the track because the drums are what set that track up.
Yeah.
And the drums play on all the rappers because they have in-house production. It makes sense. All of it goes together. Like your drums are gonna hit for how your rappers are rapping, as opposed to I was like, I just want to hit the drums hit how I wanted them to hit, and then you ended up playing into those drums so crazy. I did not think about any singing parts on that.
Bro, what is nuts about that? Like I'm listening to it. Like aside from listening to it while he was changing the beat and everything, flipping it in. Like once I got in the car or once I put my AirPods in,
it's a separate sound.
Like,
oh no, G, the one you sent me, I was like, this is a different song. This is a different track right here. Yeah, this is cold.
It's been on repeat.
It's
been on repeat, and y'all gonna hear it one day.
I can't believe that. Like, I love when art takes different forms. I love the fact that I saw some art and I tried to make it in my form, and then somebody else got a hold of it. Then you get the words on it. Like, that's the coolest part about music to me. Like, that's how I think music should come together, and I think your music is like a great description of it, because I mean there's so many hands in, because you're just like, let me work with all of these people. It's so dope, man. Even your artwork, how you shout out the people who do that, and even how they've done more than one cover for you.
Shout out Juice too for making the cover for bro, how am I forgetting my own stuff?
Which one? Block?
The 2-piece.
Oh, the 2-piece? That was the yeah. I think it was just called the 2-piece, because that had the
2-piece.
I just want to be left alone. Oh my god,
left alone.
I can't get over that, bro. When you sent that track to me, I was just like, gee, need this. Repeat in the car.
Run that again.
Zach, bro, man. I have to get him on this podcast, huh? I can't believe I haven't had Zach on here. Like, gee.
Zach really do need to slide. Zach is a genius, y'all. Like y'all need to
what he
just
does
meet
with
that
guitar.
Man.
Well, so like I got this video when you guys were in my crib studio in my apartment, and you guys were just like on the couch just vibing.
I remember that.
And I was just like, what the hell? Like, I would watch a tour of that. Like, if you all just went across the country, just you and Zach, just guitar and some singing, y'all don't even got to really say no words, just some vibes all night. Bro, I would literally pay for a ticket.
Okay, so you know what that gave me? Because we was high as shit. I remember that. You know what that feeling gave me? You know that episode of Family Guy?
Which one?
Like, you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? That's that feeling that shit gave me, bro.
Bro, y'all were just sitting
so
there,
cool.
and like he just starts playing his melody, and you're just knocking, and like, man, I think like I put it on my Instagram, but like I didn't even put the whole video up. I had like a whole like minute and a half of y'all just freestyling, and I was just so mad. I was like, man, I'm not plugged into shit. Like nothing's recorded. Nothing but my phone. Nothing but my iPhone in my hand, and I was like, "We're in a studio." I was so mad, bro, because y'all was just vibing so hard.
Man, it was just one of them in the moment things. Motherfuckers had to be there.
But exactly, and I feel like when it comes to the track "Tired," to touch back on that, that track was like made up of that. So for people who don't know about the production, it's made of clips of Zach's outtakes. The entire beat is made up of Lux playing on that bass.
Yes,
and Zach played for about an hour just over a loop. I took pieces of the loop and just everywhere. And like literally it's like some of them are bad takes, some of them are good takes, but I loved how it sounded. I'm glad some people vibing with it, because that was experimental to say the least.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's a special track. That one gonna be near and dear forever, because we couldn't even post the first one.
Oh my god! And that's how that started. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So, tell us the history of Tired.
For the first few, I wrote it. I was going through a breakup, and then I met somebody, and ended up breaking up with them too. So
there's a lot of feels on that.
There was a lot of feels on that, but the beat was originally XXYYXX About You.
Which, for those of you who do not know that, and you might know SZA's Child Play.
Yeah.
Same beat.
And there's it's a 2 Chainz song too.
Yes, 2 Chainz also used the sample.
also
It's
used that.
very popular,
Very
but like it's so mellow. It drives home the point, and I think the version you used is even my favorite. Like when you get that loud, like just like crazy synth at the end of it. Yeah.
So, and you know what? And my original inspiration wasn't even either one of those two. It was Max Wonder's. You can't find a song no more.
You can't, and see, that was something I think you played for me back in the day,
Birthday.
and I've been searching, like, and if I
bro.
can't find it, man, you can't find it.
You can't find it. Like he took it down. Producer took down one of the two, but
crazy.
Really, that was really my inspiration for that. I like this beat. Let me use it one day, and so I did. But when it came down to putting it on, SoundCloud, because we wasn't even on.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't even DistroKid and all these other sites to make it even easier to get your music up wasn't even really available. And if SoundCloud take you down, it was like, shit, y'all was the ones.
Y'all was the ones y'all was king.
Y'all was supposed to be us. Y'all was supposed to be for us.
Like, damn.
Because I remember you posted it up, it got taken down, and then I had to listen on Audio Max. So, and that's the aspect of how I even got involved on it, because I remember telling you, like, gee, I need that track and I want to give listens to it. I wanted to get like play counts up on that track because I loved it so much. And then I was like, you can't get it on streaming though. And I always just wanted to be like, yo, let's just remake it. And I think I was asking you far before we even tried. Yeah. Like I might have been asking for like a year. Like, yo, we could remake that beat.
And you know what's crazy, bro? Had I not gone to the Brothers open mic at NIU, I probably wouldn't have met Zach to have that done. And then you told me you had it started already, and Lux was.
Oh yeah, no. Before you even gave me the go ahead of creating
I made this shit happen.
I back to the fact that I was doing a lot of your tracks at that time. I had the vocals. So I was mixing around on it the whole time. I had Adia's vocal, I had your vocal, and I was like, man, it would be cool if we had a little bass line that did like this. I sent some hums over to Lux. That man is so good at bass. I sent him a voice memo.
Shout out Lux again.
I sent him a voice memo, and I was like, gee, just something kind of close to that. Do whatever you want, go crazy. He sent me back that, and then some whole other stuff that I didn't even think about. And that's what ended up becoming the bass line, was the one that he sent me that was not my hums. And I was just like, this could be the whole driving point of the track, the same way how Child's Play has that like just like clicking drop noise. I can't even think of what it's actually called. But it's kind of similar to, it's like it comes right before that snap, but it's that deep aspect. Yeah, and I felt like he was giving me that on the bass, because like the first one I sent him, I didn't tell him about the track we were trying to recreate. The second one I told him to listen to Child's Play. And he was like, oh, here, use this.
He said, use this. I got you.
Hey, and I respect it.
Yes, I definitely do. Like, everybody snapped on what they need.
And that's how I even, like, I met Zach through you, which is even crazier.
Man, NIU did some good things.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of college.
I'm not the biggest fan either.
But I got some homies and we made some cool shit.
Yeah, I'm glad for it, man.
Because the way that all came together was so cool. Like, for you to, and where'd you say you met Zach at? Like,
at a open mic. It was held in the student center.
Close to you.
Open mic at the student center, man.
The student center open mics.
Man, and it was worth it, because I think I might have
He didn't know how to play notes, did he? I think he was just vibing, right? He was playing by ear.
He was playing songs that he knew, and I was just like, I know this one.
Yeah.
And when I'm like, something told me he was
like playing covers in his dorm room.
Yeah.
And he had like never picked up a guitar till he got to college.
And I say, God damn. He can play.
You brought him into my studio and he was like, yeah, I don't really mess with notes like that, but like, what vibe you trying to go for? And I was like, my kind of dude. Let's write. Like, let's make music.
let's get shit going.
Exactly, man. Because he could just sit there and be like, well, I'll record for an hour. And whatever you want, use it. Yep. Like, dude, it was crazy. And then he ended up even being on AJ773's Assurance.
Man. Shout out AJ773 too.
Yo, man, shout out to him, man. We were supposed to get an episode together. We gonna get one, man. Man, we had to reschedule at the last minute. I was so mad. But yeah, so like Zach even went crazier off of that. And that's all because of these collective just workings. Like, gee, I don't know if you even noticed that you connected that.
Man,
like the Assurance guitar part was recorded in my studio.
Man, I just be glad for people to know everybody like some.
You be like, I know some dope people. Let me put you on to some dope people.
You're like, come on, like meet them, do something, get out there.
You got cool ideas, bro. He got cool ideas.
Like,
put your cool ideas together.
I'm not even, people be for credit on shit like that. I'll be like, no, I just want y'all. Like,
I got to give you flowers because, bro, I've worked with Zach on some of this time zone stuff too, and let me tell you, it's some of the most fun music I've ever worked on, G, and that's because you introduced me to homie. Like,
man,
Zach, I gotta show you some of that today before you head out of here. Do not let me forget. There is a track.
You know what, Zach? I gotta send you some of the new stuff too. Since I'm
he probably watching. Shout out Zach, man.
Shout out
We've been
Zach,
talking
man.
about him this whole
Shout
time.
out Zach.
No, man. Let's dive into some other stuff that's going on in the world, my G. What has been in your headphones? We got a lot of new releases out here. We got the Baby Keems, the CLBs, the Dondas. Were you at the Donda event?
Yes.
Oh, let's speak a little bit. How was it from the inside? I don't think I've had somebody on the show who was on the inside.
Okay, so coming from the inside of
I was
Donda,
on the out.
man.
I was
sitting
in a chair in the lawn of Soldier Field.
Man, okay, so it was pretty cool. Got there too damn early.
It's Kanye, man.
And I got hungry as hell. And of course, I could have got something to eat, but I was thinking
you didn't
want to
spend $80?
No, not even that. I was thinking too hard. What if I get up and
niggas just steal the seats or something?
Not even that, because we fighting, nigga. I paid for that shit. That's mine.
I paid for this EA ticket.
I paid for this ticket. But really, like, what if I get up and he start? I'm gonna be blue.
Gee, you want to hear something that is literally that? I went to Magnificent Coloring Day 5 years ago today, which is the craziest part about this story. 5 years ago today, I was there. I'm like, bro, I'm thirsty as shit. Young Thug didn't show up. I just watched Uzi scream to the crowd. I'm on shrooms. You don't know what the fuck I'm seeing. I'm listening to different music in my headphones. That's a quote. I was there. That's a quote. That nigga said, y'all don't know what the fuck I see right now. And he just had headphones in, plugged into his phone the whole time, singing his songs, but with the melodies of whatever the hell was in his headphones. Aside from the point. So you can see where I'm at.
Yeah.
Let me go get something to drink. It's early in the day. This is a one-day festival. Mm-hmm. I know how to pace myself. I'm not about to stand in this sun. I get in line. Big ass line. All I want is something to drink. I'm second person in line now. And I get a text on my phone from my homie who's there. She's like, hey, my homie brought me in with Alicia Keys' people. Kanye here. I saw the text from my homie. Hey, you think this real? Hey, bro, like you really think Kanye here right now? We in this line, about to pay. Father Stretch My Hands comes on as the girl asked me, what do I want to drink? I just sprinted. I was in that line for about 20 minutes, and I just ran the opposite direction.
He's safe.
Bro, There's all you hear is if Young Metro don't. I didn't care anymore. Like, bro, like it didn't matter. Like that's how it feels when a Kanye track goes on.
Honestly.
So I think you would have been good if you opted live.
Because I would have been like, I ain't got my food. Yeah, you know what? I'm going.
I'll come back with the receipt if necessary. Mm-hmm. But I turned around and ran because I was just like, I'm seeing Kanye, and I think I might have paid $100 for that ticket late. So I was like, saw Kanye and Alicia on the same day.
I won.
And Chance. Man,
well, I won.
Bruh, I can't even remember who else was on the list because it was just, oh man, it was a win. Now back to Donda though.
Man, like I said, got there early. I was tired. I was hungry. My back was hurting from sitting up in that little ass seat. Then he came out.
And nothing mattered anymore.
Nothing mattered no more. It was really good.
Everybody who was there sees it that way. I think since I was never there in person, it's hard for me to see it that way. But I do understand, as I was saying for my sprinting, like I understand what it feels like to hear Kanye start a song. Like,
you know what? I think like for the first 2 songs, everybody was standing up.
Yeah, no, I'm not a stand-up.
Yeah, I'm not either. Man. I stood up for a little bit, and then once I seen that he wasn't gonna rep nothing through the mic, I was like, okay, listening party.
If I really like a concert, I almost look like I don't like it.
Because I'm sitting there vibing,
Because
chilling.
I vibe, and I mean, I think people who like listen to music around me kind of know that. But like when I'm in a song, I don't have smiles or laughs or anything. I'm just digesting, you know. I might have like a stank face or something if something cold, but like if I'm at a live show, I'm more likely to just be, you know, like mouthing the words or something like that.
You know, it's
I've
crazy.
never been like the let me jump up or jump a gate, or I'm like, that's so much energy.
Nah, that's too much. I really do be chilling. Like we just seen Erykah Badu and Danny Brown and everybody at Pitchfork.
What was that?
That was great.
Man.
Shout out Regard. Man, my boy got me in for free. That was busting. That was a great weekend. I love this city. That was a great weekend.
That had to be, man. Badu for free. I need to see Badu. That's on my list.
Gee, literally, I was just, once she finally came on, I was just singing all the tracks.
Oh, bro, come on. If I hear On and On in real life, I don't know what I'm going to do. If I hear Tyrone, man, I've never heard Tyrone live. If I hear Tyrone live, I don't know how I'm going to act. I'm turning into a full auntie.
You know what? You might just be chilling. I was sitting there.
I think I'm going to turn into an auntie, but you don't know how to act. Matter of fact. Bro, okay. I might have the whole head, the neck with it, bro. Come on, that's a cut.
With it, right?
That's a cut, man. Like that's one of them like songs you turn on at the crib and you be like, yeah, I get pretty animated.
Yeah,
I get pretty animated.
I get up out my seat.
Like
I'll
be alone. Yeah, like you know, like concerts can't move me, but Erykah. Like that's different energy. That's family reunion music. Yeah. Like that ain't just some normal in your headphones.
That's like my OG put me on to that.
For real. Like you just think about your mama stepping on and on type shit. Like man, I need some of that in my life. You've been going to some good shows lately.
Yeah, no. And you know what? Shout out Regard again. Like definitely. Like definitely it's been a great time.
Man, okay, sorry. We had a camera drop out, but I think this is actually a great opportunity. We were talking about this. So this is actually a homie from my job. Yeah, actually, let me see if I can get it in focus on any of these cameras. But my homie from my job drew this picture. Actually, this is probably the best bet.
He snapped.
This picture is so crazy. There we go. This picture is so crazy. It's a Magneto drawing, and it's actually the test drawing. I was telling Keeko that. I'm probably about to do something crazy with this art, but this is so insane. I wish I had like a nerdy podcast too for like all my Marvel fandom. Mm-hmm. I might have to start a whole nother show if I had time.
He said if I had time, I would.
If a nigga had a day. I wish it wasn't like that, but it is, man. But, okay, so we were talking about what's in the headphones before all of these separate cuts of whatever has happened in between.
So Donda, yeah, it was great.
Does it have replay for you, though? That's what I want to start asking people now that we're a couple weeks out for CLB and Donda.
Gets replayed a lot.
Jail is on. That's been on repeat since the first time I heard it.
Oh, my God. Nigga, I heard that at the listening party.
God, in my cell. He played the baby version for you. How'd you feel about the baby version? Because he didn't play the Jay-Z version for you, did he? Yeah.
He didn't.
And that's when we left. We left when we heard the baby version come over the top of the stadium.
He said, oh, no.
Yeah.
But no,
I liked his flow, but I was like, I know we got a whole verse.
We got a whole
You better
verse.
stop messing with me. There's a whole verse
keep that in
the tuck.
And you know what? People was acting like they didn't like whole verse, and I'm like, he did what was needed on them.
OG flow, big bro.
He did what was needed on them.
Donda, I'm with your baby when I touch that road. Told him stop all that red
cat. We coming home.
Not me with all of these sins, casting stones. This might be the return of the. Come on,
I don't know why.
And they've been beefing, and they have been beefing for a minute. We don't talk about that.
Come on.
They went through it. For him to still be on his side like that and come through, bro, that verse meant more than just the rap. That was deeper. And that's why I think that
might
song
be
is so
the
cold.
return of the throne, and y'all talking about y'all don't like the man. Get out of here. That's one of my favorites.
Not even that, bro. People could say it ain't their favorite. Bet you know more songs than you think you do. It's one of those albums where it's like that's from there, yeah, because the singles were so popular they didn't get hot till a year after sometimes. Where it was like Gotta Have It, bro. That song had like a whole separate summer. That song was so cold, man. That what's up, motherfucker, where my money at? You gonna make me? Oh, bro, I love when Jay-Z get on that New York shit. I need to watch The Throne too. I need it, bro. That would change my whole just like setup right now. That's a realignment time.
How you feel about Remote Control? Because that's one of my other favorites.
I really like it. I really like that track. Now, is it in my top? It's in my tops as far as how long the album is and for how many tracks there are. Like there are forgettables. It's not a forgettable. So it's not in that bottom part. I don't really like Junior like that. Like that's in the bottom part for me. 24 Hours, that choir, I damn near cry every time. It's one of those songs where it's just like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Put my hands up in the. Oh my God! The second it comes in, I'm just like, I feel like just an overwhelm. I'm like, I'm about to start crying. Like, I want to ask you, since you asked me a question about Donna, I want to ask you about CLB. So I actually have not done a review of CLB on this podcast, which some people have notably pointed out to me, and I did not do it because I don't actually know how I feel about it. And that's a big part of breaking down albums for me. But I think it was because it was just some regular Drake. Like,
and you know what?
It was like, it's the same.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
How do you feel?
I said this on Twitter. I gotta stand on my word.
Because you said it on Twitter, you gotta stand
on my word.
Is that the court of public opinion these days? You gotta stand on your tweet? Not even
that. It's be like, I said it, it didn't get deleted. So it's like,
stop.
My
you
word
gotta
is
pull out his
bond
phone
on
and go,
this.
I don't mean this no more. Let me change my opinion. Is that how we gotta do it now? If I change my opinion, I gotta delete my tweet?
Man, people be watching. But no, dead ass. So like, I feel like he surpassed, at least with that album, because I wasn't really heavy on Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
But with CLB, I really feel like he surpassed what Take Care was for me. For me personally. And, you know, and Take Care has a special place in my heart because of the time. But I really feel like...
That's why I ain't talking about this album. Okay, so hold on.
Cause it's some.
Let me formulate a thought. So you're saying right now, before I go on, you said that this album is replacing the feeling of Take Care.
You can't replace Take Care.
Or do you believe that he is at the level of or surpassing the level of Take Care with this project?
I feel like at that point
let me tell you why you're wrong. Okay. Let me tell you, at least through my opinion. You said your opinion, so you said it was your opinion. So you didn't say it was fact. Mine is not fact either. But there is Aubrey Drake, Graham Bell. What's his middle name?
This nigga said Graham Bell.
Audrey.
The Bell is white, man.
Aubrey Drake, Graham. My man out here creating music that literally does not have a purpose in the center of your album, though, is what hits me. So I'm not mad at The Remorse. I'm not mad at Champagne Poetry. I'm not mad at 7 a.m. on a Bridal Pad. I'm not mad at Bible. I'm not mad at Pipe Down. I could pretty much name the thing down. I think Too Sexy fucks the whole thing up for me. I hate that song.
That's so wild.
I cannot.
That was an instant hit for me, G.
That song,
bro. How you don't like it?
I have never heard more than the first chorus of that song. Because the second it came on, and this is jaded listener, I have an opinion. I don't have to, just because I have a podcast, does not mean I have to sit down and listen to every single song that comes out. True. And this is one where I had to exercise that. When I heard Too Sexy for This Syrup, I don't care anymore. I don't care about this song. I don't care about the music that you're about to do. Of course, I'm not trying to hate on producers. I'm not trying to hate on mix engineers who are involved in the track. I'm purely hating on the subject matter. Okay, and it's just like, this track is, and I get it. You got to make some fun music. But when I'm holding you up to a different level, my opinion is allowed to be changed when you hand me something like that.
I see where you come from.
Because when I think of a Take Care, the most fun track I can think on there is YOLO.
And then I'll put Hell Yeah Fucking Right.
Hell Yeah Fucking Right. Both of those, I'll give you those as being the quote-unquote fun tracks, like Too Sexy is in the slot of now. Those tracks show off absurdly versatile bars.
They do.
And it's like, even if they weren't about anything, it shows off this insane, like, oh my God, just the Hell Yeah Fucking Right, where he's like, what's the beginning of that track? I can't even think of it, but it's just so crazy.
It's a crazy flow.
It's such a crazy all my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait, or they go to Georgia State where tuition is handled by some random nigga that live in Atlanta that she only sees when she feel obligated. Admitted it to me the first time we dated, but she was no angel and we never waited.
If y'all didn't know,
that is so crazy. I do not, man. You about to give these people some false assumptions, G.
I done heard him rap before, man.
I can hold the flow until some real rapper comes and does it for real.
He can rap, man.
But either way, G, that freaking flow was so insane.
No, it was. It really
was.
Was.
It was one of those things where it was like, you don't even really gotta be talking about the hell yeah, fucking right. YOLO, you only live once. Did not matter because that I'm the fucking man. Y'all don't get to do you type of money. Everybody acting like they knew you. Come on, like he was having fun on the beat. He was playing with it. I didn't think that Too Sexy in any way fulfilled.
Okay.
And back to the point that I did not keep listening. So look, jaded opinion. Once again, I gave up on the track.
Our opinions are definitely opinions, but you know what? I had to. It was a mindset that I used to have, like when I wasn't fucking with Drake after Take Care.
Mm-hmm.
Like times change, and he's really smart with how he runs his business.
But it just seems like it's so fan servicey.
His fans pay his bills.
It's a line, though, in my opinion.
It's a line,
in my opinion, which means that, like, gee, if that's the way you gotta get your nut, that's the way you gotta get your nut. Like, that's your bread. That's your bread. I ain't taking money out your kids' mouths because I want you to make some music. Because I want you to do some other shit. Exactly. Don't ever make a song because they would never, but don't ever make a song because I'm sitting here complaining and I want to hear something real that won't sell. Like, feed your kids, but like. Don't be mad when I can't give it praise, when I can't tolerate it in the same manner of how I tolerate your old music. But also, he gave us a catalog. That's the point of an artist giving you a catalog. You pick from it what you want. Yeah. Not everybody's supposed to like the whole thing. It's a la carte music at this point. We got streaming services. It's not the same as albums.
I feel like Too Sexy is getting played an absurd amount of time.
Oh, I guarantee you he's making at least $1 million off that alone.
Bro, that song
alone, bro.
When I heard that, it's really the beat for me. And it's the Future. I love Future.
I hate Future right now.
He said I hate Future. Right. I love Future.
Too much toxicity. I have trouble separating art from artists with how much toxicity he's been bringing to the world as of late. I don't even want to say table. I want to say the world. Because sometimes I'm just like, dude, I think sometimes you get on the internet and, I mean, look, Twitter is intense if you've never been on Black Twitter, which is the real thing that people don't actually get. But this is one of the things where sometimes you'll just be like, this Future story that's going around. You're just toxifying the world because you just look at the comments underneath it. You just be like, why are there so many humans who agree with you?
Bro, there's so many Future memes in the world. I probably got at least
the memes
10.
are great. Now I love the text message memes, but I hate when it be like some really like terrible toxic people. Shit that he says, and then people be defending him in the comments, and I'm like, gee, this is not appropriate.
And you know what?
Like a
lot of people be like, bro, it's just jokes. It's Twitter. I'm like, you're saying these words with your face attached.
And that's what I'm saying. It could be jokes for him, but for some people in them comments, I'm like, these ain't jokes, bro.
Like, this is how they feel.
I was like, they really think this way about women. They really have zero respect. Like these niggas really just be all on this. And then on top of that, I think I'm becoming maybe I'm becoming an old head or something. I don't want all the drug rap if you ain't gonna put nothing else with it. You can't just talk about just drugs no more.
You gotta pair something.
Travis is messing. Travis has been lately like falling off my radar because of that. Because I'm just like, you really not pairing nothing with the drug rap no more. Like I feel like Travis always had to loop back to drugs, and I was never mad at it because it was a huge part of Houston as an upbringing. Like that's a part of the culture from chopped and screwed music all the way into what they do now. It's just a part of their culture. But like I'm like, dude, But if you hop on a feature like on the Baby Keem do-rag activity, I was like, this is just about drugs, a girl in a car, like, and just rotate. And you didn't do nothing intriguing with it. You didn't test my mind with a new flow. You didn't attempt to bend your pitch a different way. Like, it was, I don't know, it's just a little dry at this point. Like, I can only do it for so long.
He said, y'all know it's Travis, man.
It's lit. It's lit. He's like, step out the car. I tend to it.
You know what? Speaking of which, switching out of CLB and moving to Melodic Blue.
Yes.
That I was actually just listening to that on the way here.
I love it.
Yeah.
We just dropped a review for it. Check that out on YouTube. Put a card right here. Which direction? I like this direction. Put a card right there for YouTube, so you guys can check that out. But like, I really enjoyed that album. And in my review, I said that I had to like listen to other freshman projects. Because he dropped at a bad time, in my opinion.
Yeah,
there's a lot of OG energy, a lot of top of the chart rappers, a lot of heavy hitters in the game doing something. And I was like, ooh, this is a weird time for a freshman project. Usually see freshman projects while other people are dropping freshman projects, or maybe a sophomore tape from a popular artist is coming out, like a well anticipated. And he just was like, Drake's dropping his 6th studio and Kanye's dropping his 10th. I could go right after. I was like, Isaiah Rashad as well. And that's what I mean. Like, I was just like, you got a lot of heavy hitters to contend
And everybody was waiting on that Zay, man.
Man, we waiting on Zay for years.
Yes.
I was just, bro.
And
Claymore.
you know he did not
I listen to
disappoint.
Claymore every morning.
Smino's so cold.
Avalanche, bro. Hey, shout out Reggie. I don't know if him and Reginald Helms Jr. is his Instagram handle, but him and Reggie had just made this new track, Avalanche, drop yesterday. Coldest flow.
I gotta hear it.
Bruh. And then I posted on my story, and Reggie actually hit me up, which was really cool, man. Hey, I'm out here trying to get some cool interviews. Trying to get some dope shit going, man.
He say manifest. Let's get it.
Manifest, bro. But like Joe, he was going so stupid on that Claymore track. Like just that chorus, the is you running or exercising, baby. Claymore. Now
that's a great album.
Man, it's so good. Now to go back to Baby Keem, which is another reason why I think he dropped at a bad time, because you can almost get distracted talking about somebody else dropping at the same time. It's just like I feel like the world might not have freshman ears right now.
And you know it's crazy.
I had to turn my freshman ears on.
You know it's crazy? Regardless of everything that's dropped, I think I played Keem the most.
I think I do as well, which is why also at the end of the episode I said, look, if everybody playing Baby Keem in the street tomorrow, I'm wrong. And this was a great time to drop. But I feel like a lot of it was hinged on the Kendrick features. And I don't know if I like that too much for him as an artist, because I don't want people to put that on him in the future, if that makes sense.
Like Kendrick, like is
exactly. Like I don't want that. And that's what I was getting, because he tried so many flows. A freshman tape is pretty much about trying out some shit and figuring out who like you. And he tried out so many flows. I was so interested through the whole album. No, it was almost like I could have broke down each track for an hour individually about how it didn't sound like some shit that I heard already. Because he was trying so much shit.
It was a new feel for all of them.
And that's the same praise we were giving Kendrick back in the day. It was that like, yo, you're trying new shit. Thank you for trying something fucking new.
And Scars is one of my favorites. Like
first order of business for me right now, bro.
I thought
every morning, bro, you gotta wake up first order of business. Business. Yeah. Oh man. And look, G, thank you so much for coming on. It's about that time to wrap it up. Let's talk about the things you got heading up in the future. Tell them what you need them to find out, what you need them to know, and stuff like that.
Man, all right, so y'all can find me on IG, Keeko Kariya. That's KeekoKariya.
We're gonna put it on the screen again, because I know I can't spell that off the top of my head.
Twitter, named Key. Named.
That's where he puts all his thoughts he doesn't take back.
Yeah. No, some. You know what?
No, you just said you don't take them back, bro.
You know what? I don't take all of them back. It's a rare occurrence that I delete something. I delete more pictures. And
I had to stop tweeting because of how just violent it seems, bro. I was like, I'm a watcher. I'm merely here to look at.
I'm gonna post my content and call it a
content.
day.
I'm out, bro. Smooth. I be watch this episode, bam, I'm out. Like, I done got too many little comment fights before.
Yeah. And I just made a TikTok recently, so
hey, check him out on TikTok, man. Definitely.
It's some. You know what? If you want to hear something new, just a little snippet. It ain't too long. Just a little bit. It's on the TikTok.
Exactly,
right now,
man. That's where you got to check that out at.
Same as the Instagram.
We're gonna make sure it's linked. Man, look, thank you so much for coming on, G. You got to let us know what the new music is sounding like, at least. What's the vibes? Give us a little. What's the energy you could put with it?
An energy I can put on. I'm gonna name tracks. Y'all ain't gonna remember them till they drop anyway. So
they won't matter. No
tracks. One of them I haven't even named yet. One of them called September 19th. I feel like with September 19th, I'm trying to get back into really spitting, because I feel like I've been.
We had little sing-song vibes.
We had the getting really melodic and playing with shit.
Splendor,
having some fun.
We had some singing around there.
Yeah, get some fun.
You had to show them you could spit, though. Show them them lane bars.
Then I'll come back in 100%,
100%.
That, and then mental health.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard that one part.
Mental health is, I can't really say that's really spitting, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of spitting on that shit, too.
You spitting on that shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of spitting on it. It's just a nice melody with that motherfucker, too.
It is, man. Look, AG, I'm so excited for it, G. I cannot wait for it. What track are we going to end out for him to give him the outro today?
Off field.
It's got to be off field. We got to get him to go stream that joint.
I was gonna be bogus. Say, go ahead and let them hit a new one, but you ain't gonna hit that.
Yeah, we can't give them the new version of the track yet. Because it's like, what if you drop that one on the project later? It might make a reappearance.
That's what that's coming.
That's what I'm saying. You know, look. So you could check out the old version.
Maybe we can do that one.
Check out the current.
Check out that. You know what?
Well, yeah, we can't call it old because they haven't heard the new one, so it's still the current. Man, I think we got to do it. I think we got to do it, man. Let's give them Splendor for the outro, my G, man. Check this track out. It was made on a plane by me going crazy on the iPad, so keep that in mind as you listen to these drums on the outro.
And when I tell you this song, this beat is old. Like the original that he sent me.
Oh, yeah. No, they flipped it. Let me tell you, J Noir and Key flipped this beat. So you are hearing what is essentially a rough copy, and I still think it's cold as hell.
Bro, like literally, G. It's amazing. Y'all gonna fuck with the new one. The new one, but
the new one. I love that.
Fuck with the new old one. New to y'all, old to me.
Hey man, look, check that track out right now as we heading out. I know you hear it in the background. Make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing on the podcast. I'll be back at you next week with another episode. Thanks, Keith, for being in the building with us.
I don't know just what you want and I can see it. And you be mad at me when I say that I can't believe it. We be arguing, I'll be asking you, can we leave it? When I say I need some time away, you be thinking I'm leaving. But I don't wanna be without you, can't you see it? Girl, without you, I swear life just be losing all type of meaning. I say I love myself and you say that I sound conceited. But I got so much more for you, I'm telling you, I'll complete it, girl.